Who is Santiago Bernal? Santiago Bernal is a designer, a photographer, a world traveler, an art lover, a cook, an enthusiast. What do I enjoy about my work? Every day is a challenge. I work in so many geographical areas and I have such distinctive clients that leads me to be very open-minded to their needs, their cultural background, and to investigate about my work. I need to learn about technology, location, their needs for religious or dietary need, and building codes in each location vary very much, construction issues as well. So it is challenging that every project in every different area that I work in is completely different. So that excites me a lot. How do I deal with so many differences? It's a challenge. I think it's the love for my work. I become a conductor of the project and I interview my clients so many times. So things start coming out of those meetings and I start taking notes, and it's amazing how things transpire and how I start reading between the lines and how do I start obtaining information that the client doesn't even know that they are liking something, and then all the pieces start kind of like putting into place. It's like a puzzle, and each piece starts getting like a jigsaw puzzle, so everything starts following and it flows really nicely. So I enjoy that challenge very much. How do I get inspired? That's a great question. In so many ways. I think world traveling is the most important one of all. You're exposed to different cultures, you're exposed to different ethnics, backgrounds, and museums, art fairs, and visit a lot of local artists and get to know them. And you get so much information, you get so much background from all of them. Another one is fashion. I think fashion is the greatest inspiration for designers. Fashion designers are the leaders of the industry, and they are the ones who break all the rules. So fashion designers in runway, they show you different structures, combinations of different textures and colors, and then you see how those elements transcend to interior design. So it is amazing to see in 1 year in a fashion show, and then the following year you see the same trends in furniture. So they are the true leaders. If I need to have some type of inspiration, sometimes I go to the department stores, and when I go to the department stores, I really get inspired by in the tie department, for example. In the tie department for men, you see colors and prints. The last, but not the least, are international shows. Shanghai, Milan, London, Sao Paulo. They all give you information in different angles and different ways of thinking. So visiting these trade shows really open your mind and you get a lot of feedback. So you got to go to 3 or 4 or 5 international shows a year, get inspired, and exactly know where your industry is. What has been the changes since I started working as a designer? Wow. I think technology has given us a lot of elements to work with. Today, the internet and communications have made the world so small that you can shop for your projects without leaving your desk, and you can go to Istanbul, buy a carpet, and then you go to Spain and buy tile, and then you go to Chicago and buy appliances. I don't know, it's just amazing how the world has become so small, and it is challenging. When I started, I only had a pencil, a piece of paper, a ruler, a calculator, a phone line, and perhaps the only assistant was Yellow Pages. That's all I had to be creative. Today, the world is in your hands. What are the most important elements? I think the element that is the most important one is lighting. You can modify a project or a space just with lighting. You create focal points, you make the spaces larger or smaller. Then you have proportion. Proportion is about scale. So things have to be in the correct size to be cohesive and well designed. I think intention. Everything has to have a why and a reason for. It's just not because. It's because it follows rules or proportions, or they fill up the space, or they create the drama that you're intended to. So intention is very important. And something important as well that has been lately kind of like working a lot in my mind, respect. It's respect for architecture, respect for the client, for the vendor, respect for the planet, for the environment. What recommendations would I give a client? To be open-minded and to consult with yourself. My clients get very confused sometimes when they started hearing everybody's advice, and it's like having many cooks in the same kitchen. You only need one director. You have to believe in that director. So if you are comfortable with your designer and you're comfortable with the project they are providing you with, just follow the process, enjoy it. In design, very few things are set in stone. The designer has to become the conductor and the director. Like I compare my work very much like with the orchestra conductor. You have a great pianist and you have a great guitar player, and then you have percussion or whatever, but the director who gives the right moment when things happen and when are they going to be part of the project, so they really shine. A great concert is made not only by who plays the instruments, but who directs them to make magic moments.